So if we wash every knife that we sharpen, before we sharpen it, we should not impart anything to the surface that would make it feel gummy. Gummy is a word that comes up and has been described, and I've read it over the years. And I'm thinking, where does gummy come from? Well, gummy would come from some sort of a residue, adhesive residue, maybe from a sticker or blue painter's tape that we put on knives to prevent them from getting scuffed when we're sharpening them. So that could be the adhesive, could be the stickiness, or food stuff or whatever. But steel and steel together should only be dust. It should be dry, it shouldn't be sticky. So that goes back to video 1 where I said, wash every knife before you use it. Then I thought, well, maybe because we're using markers, and markers have a physical pigmented paint that you're applying to the knife's bevel, maybe that's imparting the gum. That's very possible. Because my experience has been, let me look and see if I have any here. Yeah, you can see that this is mottled looking. And I think the mottled looking is first from the oil from your fingerprints causing some corrosion. And it might also be, I wipe them with rubbing alcohol because the marker gets on the steel. And maybe the marker's gummy. I don't know. I'm trying to think what would make it gummy enough that we would use Zep cleaners and simple green and things like that. And we're going to talk about that further, because if the knife is washed, back to point 1, video 1, the knife is washed and dried, and the stone, when I wash my stones, I use 91% isopropyl alcohol because it's volatile, it evaporates. I don't want the water on my stones. These stones, this steel plated stone, are non-porous, and they are attached with an adhesive tape underneath here, and when you get water underneath here, they corrode on the back side of the steel plates. And I have removed lots of diamonds, hence these red and white handles. I took my old diamond stones that were originally on the black handles, and I removed them and put them on handles like that. And that's where I saw the rust on more than one handle. And I had diamonds come loose from the adhesive, from not totally fall off, but there was a looseness that I felt when I went to remove it, that it was coming loose because of moisture underneath there and corrosion. So that's my experience. Other people have shared on the different social media groups that I participate and read in, sometimes that they have had stones come loose. Again, the diamond stones. As a footnote, the ceramic stones, if they get water underneath there, they can come loose too, because they have not only a porosity issue with the stone itself, but also with the adhesive to it and with the plastic. So it's easier for it to come off than it is for a diamond stone to come off. So these are things that I wanted to throw out there to you guys that are wanting to use reasons to use soap and water and detergents and solvents and things. And I just want to say why, because where's it coming from? If we clean our knives to start with, and our stones are pretty clean if we work with our hands clean and we watch the adhesive from the painter's tape, or maybe you put a foam shim in there or something like that. But there should be no gum getting on there except for possibly from a marker. That's about the only thing I can come up with. So if you're going to wash them, you're asking them to come loose. I'm just suggesting that you consider that. Thanks.